mountain-moving words. Jesus used the parable of the fig tree as an example out of nature when explaining the power of our words and what God will do. Jesus passed a fig tree that looked like it had fruit on it. However, when Jesus came closer, he saw that the tree did not have any fruit. But why did Jesus respond to that tree in the way that he did? Because the tree looked fruitful but was not. In other words, it pretended to be what it wasn't. What it was saying was empty. Now, what was Jesus teaching his disciples? Jesus was teaching them the reality of words and the power of their words, and that the right words can move mountains, saying in Mark 11:24, "Therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them." Now we have probably all done that, or at least tried that, and maybe that mountain just did not move. Why not? Words, words, words. The question is, which words? Well, God already told us about words and the word that he will do, saying to us in Isaiah 55:11, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing to which I sent it." What word was God referring to? His Rhema. In other words, his words to you personally. That is what is going to happen. Well, that's easy for God, but how will I know what to say to that mountain, to that problem that I have? That is God's will, God's Rhema, that God will do. Jesus answered that for us in John 15 verse 7. "If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you will ask whatever you desire, and it shall be done for you." In other words, Jesus said, if you want to know what to say, what it is that I will do, it is exactly what God said to Jeremiah in Jeremiah 33 verse 3. "Call to me, and I will answer you, and I will show you great and mighty things which you do not know." Jesus wants us to have a real personal relationship with him, abiding in him, making our spiritual home in him. Then, as we ask of him about that mountain in our lives, his words, his answer to whatever we may need will abide in us. Then whatever we say shall be done. Amen.